Hey guys, welcome to Hurting Little Cows to the Glory of God. I look like I have this little tiny daughter behind me.
Hey, big promise.
No, you can scooch back. She's just got a baby sleeping on her lap. But I'm Sarah. This is my oldest daughter, Virginia. She's 21. And youngest son is Elisha. I'm going to say the wrong names here. Elisha is 9 months old now. And her little one, who's asleep in there, is 6.5 months old. Justice. So, anyway, we're doing a video because Virginia is not usually here with me. If you want to go check out her channel, it is This Blessed Life. But she's normally in Tennessee, which is a long, long way away. And my mom snuck her home, her and baby and husband, to Maine for a little while. So
It was fun.
it was really fun. And tonight's our last night together. So we decided to do a video. So I feel like I'm like off.
I feel like I should sit
No,
up
you-
because I'm going to be quieter if I'm farther away from the camera, and then they're going to have to change the audio on their phones, and they're going to be annoyed and never watch us again.
We don't want them to be annoyed. Annoying is bad.
Yeah,
Okay, so we are answering viewer questions, and this is going to be like a 2-part video. So we're doing the first part right now. So Virginia, would you guys ever move to Maine?
No, it's cold.
And I totally understand her reasonings for that, and I do not push her to move to Maine. So
You know, we have a church, and then also Wayland is very tied to Tennessee because him and his brother own a contracting business together, so we can't just up and leave without leaving the brother without a job, kind of.
Right.
So we're very tied to Tennessee, and we also, since that's where we got married and Justice was born and all of that, we want to really plant our roots in one place to give some stability.
And to be fair, the whole courtship happened in Tennessee. We knew that they were going to be staying in Tennessee. It wasn't like they were planning to move to Maine and then they like last minute were like, hey, never mind, we're going to live in Tennessee. Like we knew that's where they were going to be. So if God planted them somewhere else, like if they had said, we're going to be in Maine, and then they were like, God is moving us to Tennessee, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I wouldn't have wanted them to like blindside us with, we just chose to move out even though we told you we were going to stay there. But,
Exactly.
but if God moves them, then God moves them wherever. I also would not suggest coming to Maine because Maine does not have great laws right now in a lot of things. So we are working on some of those laws, and we are trying to keep our homeschool rights and all those things that we have right now. But I would not, like if someone was like, oh, where should we move for easy homeschooling and medical freedom and that type of stuff, Maine is not the choice. But
Or even good morals.
wherever God moves you, that's where you should be.
Hi.
So she's not moving to Maine.
You happy?
So next question, what parenting things do we do? Do you do the same as me or differently than me? They were addressing that question to you, I think. So
Oh, okay.
I'll let you answer because I'm going to finish my ice cream, which is melting in my bowl.
I feel like in a lot of ways we're similar right now because he's still so little. Like I feel like the areas that we agree on are even more so in the infant stages.
Yes.
So like I co-sleep, I breastfeed on demand, those sorts of things. Are those what they mean by parenting?
I think so.
I mean, like, because he's not getting like discipline.
right.
He's still in the training of what does no mean. And that means I pick you up.
Neither
and take
baby
you
has
away
figured
from-
that out yet.
Currently, we're at the point that no means the thing disappears because mommy either takes it away or we take you away from the thing.
Right.
So that's kind of where we're at in training right now.
I feel like we're getting close to this little guy understanding no. And every baby learns that at a different stage, but we haven't quite got there yet. And because Justice is 10.5 weeks younger, he's probably going to be a little bit more. But Virginia was earlier. She was earlier than this guy is because he's 9 months and he's not quite getting it. Virginia, 8.5 months, knew exactly what I was talking about.
And
I remember the day.
Oh, yeah?
Because
Was it
you
the
were
VCR player?
you were trying to touch the VCR and put your finger like in the slot where you put the thing, and I said no, and you looked directly at me while you reached for it. And I was like, you know exactly what you're doing.
I wasn't always a perfect child. Not that I am now.
That was when you also crawled on the table at 8.5 months old.
Was I standing or sitting in the middle of it?
You were standing. She figured out that a diaper box could be pushed up to the edge of the bench so she could climb on the bench so she could climb on the table.
It's called
Stand in the middle.
innovation.
You were a determined young girl. She told me earlier because she was trying to wash the dishes and I said I was going to wash the dishes.
I made the dirty dishes.
And I said, who taught you these things? She said, probably my stubborn mother.
Who was raised by a stubborn mother.
And my mom was here at the same time. So anyway, so
granted, I had used her food to cook in her kitchen.
But then I got to eat that food.
True.
So she made us sourdough crackers. They were really yummy. Okay.
So I feel like in the baby stages, we agree more. I do think that this guy is getting more the idea that we're supposed to lay still during diaper changes. Because if he flips over, we pick him up and put him laying back down until the diaper changes over. Or I just like hold him so he doesn't roll over.
He's starting to understand.
I think he's starting to get it because we've had a lot easier diaper changes.
Well, then
today.
he can teach his uncle because his uncle doesn't quite get that yet.
Hear that, bud? You gotta go teach him also.
Yeah, I think it's different too. I think our idea of parenting in the early years and attachment parenting in like...
Is that what it's called?
Different people use different things. And some people might hear attachment parenting and think we're just like really lax with our kids and whatever. Because we, through studies that I have done, the reason that I parent the way I parent is because I feel that it is good for babies to be close to their moms early in life so that they make good attachment, good bonding experiences, and that helps them for the rest of their life with how they deal with problems and being confident and those types of things. Yeah. And so I don't make my girls do those things when they grow up and move out of the house, but you definitely have heard me talk about those things.
Yeah. So I feel like in the baby times we're very similar.
Yeah. I think there will be differences though as they get older because like I already know that you guys are looking to do different like screen time ideas than we do. And they live somewhere warm so they can actually like do 1,000 hours outside, which is a little hard here in Maine.
That is true.
We like being outside, but Virginia's family is more capable.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, you are my family. What are we talking about?
No, you and Wayland.
Yeah, we do like more hiking.
Yeah, they can go out hiking and things like that. And they also can, because they live in Tennessee, there's more days to be outside. Where here in Maine, they've been here and the most they've been outside is to walk to the car or to walk down to Grandma's house, which is where they're staying.
And it's freezing cold. And Justice doesn't know how to breathe in it. I would take him outside and he's like, so I'm like, that's why we want her snuggling you in a blanket.
And then like as they get older, like our homeschooling is probably going to look different and things like that. But I think it kind of leads into the next question, because the next question is, someone asked, how do we have such a strong relationship? Virginia and I.
With our mouths and our fingers.
Yeah, we text a lot, like every day. If we haven't heard from them, we're like, where are you? There was one day that we like were calling their phones and stuff because they weren't answering.
Oh, yeah, y'all
and it was
were, like,
so
freaking out.
unlike them. But it was very unlike you, right?
Oh, yes. I think it was the day that we had church and then we went out to Waylon's parents' house.
But we just had not heard from them at all. And they weren't even like seeing our messages. Like it's one thing if we like, oh, they saw it and they're probably busy doing something, but I hadn't even like seen it. And then it was getting late. I think we finally got a hold of you at like 9:30 at night. Like we just want to make sure you're alive.
Yes.
But I think that goes back to the attachment parenting we did. Sorry, the baby's kicking the thing. The attachment parenting we did, and just the idea that we spend our time with our kids together.
We talked a lot before I moved out. Like we just did life together.
Yeah.
So I feel like that set it up.
Yeah. I mean, there were rarely times. Yes, you went to your room and did things when you were learning sign language or those things. But like she still, even as an unmarried daughter who was done with school, you still ate meals with us. Like every meal we ate together.
Exactly.
And in the evenings, everyone comes in, like the older kids get to come into mom and dad's room, and we spend an hour or two after the littles have gone to bed talking about life, or we'll watch a documentary to talk about.
Like older person stuff.
Yeah, older person stuff. We'll talk about maybe something we're studying in the Bible or that we've been taught in church. We even talk about like things that we see in like parenting. And like, here's why I do this. Like, we went through a whole study about brain stuff when Josiah was going into therapy. Hi. And we were able to talk about why we did the things we did. And then, especially I think right before you got married, we spent more time talking about
marriage type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that
Excuse me. Sorry, I'm tired.
if you were giving like advice to somebody else who had a daughter who was getting ready to move out, like an older teenager, not even like ready to move out, but like going to be gone in the next few years,
Yeah.
how would you, like, what advice would you give them to grow that relationship? Or to the daughter?
I think just talking about everything and not just like what one person or the other is interested in. Like not the daughter only talking about the things she wants, but not taking an interest in the mom's life, or the mom only talking about her things and not taking interest in the daughter's life. But like talking about your lives together and the little things that come up or the news stories that you read.
What?
But making it like fully incorporated, because if I'm not interested in what you're doing and the only thing you ever talk about is what you're doing, I'm not going to want to have as many conversations with you as if we're going back and forth sharing.
He put himself in the corner.
You want to go to sleep in the corner?
I think also spending time, like we were saying, just doing life together, because we spend time, hold on, you're stuck, I know. We spend time when we have the older teenagers doing everything. And so right now at home, Virginia's not usually here. Right now at home, we have a 17-year-old daughter and a 15-year-old son. And we take turns, like, choosing what books we're going to read or what shows we're going to watch. When I say shows, I'm talking more like documentary type things. Not that we never watch something else, but we take turns. So sometimes we'll do like a science or a military show that's really of interest to the 15-year-old son. And then sometimes we'll do, like we've been watching a series about abortion. What's the abortion one?
Abortion free?
Abortion Free is a little documentary thing that we watched recently that the 17-year-old was really interested in. We'll talk about a news story that Daddy read. Like, we go through everyone's things. And so we're not only talking about struggles and problems.
Right.
We're also just, I mean, and some of those nights we play cards, you know, or a game of some sort.
Yeah.
Or sometimes we'll just sit and sing music together.
Exactly.
So it's not, we only talk because there's a problem. We actually just enjoy each other's company.
Because talking isn't enjoyable if it's only used to address problems.
Right.
Because then you're going to like dread, oh, there's another problem I have to deal with. It's not going to be, oh, let's have a good conversation because we're friends.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't find you boring. I'm just yawning because I'm tired.
She finds me boring. I would actually say that Virginia is one of my closest friends, even though she's my daughter. So,
I feel the same way.
like, I feel like I could, in the way of just friends of like, hey, we can chat. Because we regularly call each other when we're driving somewhere.
Yeah.
Put each other on speakerphone. She
Driving
usually
is boring.
she usually gets the other kids in the car talking to her more than I talk to her, but depending who's with me. I'll call her when I'm on the way with like one or two kids to an appointment. So we'll call just to talk about what's going on. But I also feel like as a Christian sister, I can call and say, I'm dealing with this. And she can pray for me, but she can also give me godly advice, because this is what the Bible says, even if it's something she hasn't actually dealt with yet. But the fact that she knows our family dynamic makes it easier for me to have those conversations. Not like, hey, I want to talk badly about one of your siblings or something.
Right.
But if you've watched our channel at all, you know we have a very unique family situation with the brain issues that we have in our family.
I know what it means if you say Josiah is being seizure-y.
Right. I don't have to explain out what that means. Or if I just say we're having a hard day where people are feeling overwhelmed, she knows the types of things that overwhelm people and the type of day that makes it for me.
Right.
So it's not like I don't call her just so I can like whine. I don't think, right?
No.
But
We should have drank coffee before we turned the camera on.
sorry. I gave you coffee this
I
afternoon.
did. Yeah, I did drink coffee.
It's 9:30 though, so and they've been here. They were up a long time the first day they were here.
We got up at 3 o'clock.
So yeah, I would just say actually just loving on each other while they're home makes the relationship after they leave. Because I know a lot of people who have teenagers who they're not super involved in each other's lives. Like the teenager's always off doing activities or always off with friends, or mom and dad are too busy to actually, they're not just interacting. Oh, don't kick your nephew. Hey.
I can lick my hands. Does that feel good?
He's like, I wanted to kick my nephew. Not interacting day in and day out with each other. And so then when they move out, why would you interact with them day in and day out if you didn't do it while they were at home?
Yeah. We text a lot. We probably talk every day.
I think we talk every day.
Almost every day at least.
I think it would be odd if there was a day we didn't. And we would probably know why. Like, hey, I'm going to be doing this tomorrow, so I probably won't have a chance to talk.
Yeah.
That was the weird thing about the day that we went looking for them, was we didn't know. I think you like last minute went over to his parents' house after or whatever. So we didn't know like, oh, you're going to have a super busy day.
Right.
But yeah, we'll ask the other one, because we have multiple chat groups, texting groups. And so I talk to her regularly. Mark talks to her regularly, like in separate groups, private stuff. And then we have one that's Naomi's part of. So it's Wayland, Virginia, Naomi.
And we have the private chat.
We have a private chat that's just us, like us parents to Virginia and Wayland.
And then we have the big Cowper 3 family chat.
Big family chat with Mark's
Aunts and uncles
family.
and stuff. Yeah.
So between all of that, like I
talk
see
a lot.
pictures of Justice every day and stuff. But I think just having a good family culture is what does it. And I think a lot of people ask us, how do you develop that? And a lot of it is just spending time together. But intentional time together, not just we're in the same house.
Right. Yeah, but I don't know that there's really anything like that we could really point to. It wasn't, oh, we made a family vacation once a year. It was just life together.
So like today, just random day. I mean, they're here visiting, so that's odd. But Wayland was in the kitchen with two of Virginia's siblings helping put in a sink, because he replaced our sink for us. He was super kind. If you see the sink in one of the videos, mention it. So they were over there doing that. And then a different child was in the living room with me doing things. And then a little bit later, she took the sister that had been helping Wayland to make crackers in the kitchen. So we just naturally, the natural flow of the day is, hey, is there someone to interact with? Not like, oh, I wasn't like, you must never go in your room and read a book. It wasn't that.
No.
So, but, do you have anything else you want to add to tonight's video? We have someone asked like 4 questions in a row, so we're going to talk about those on another day, because I didn't know how long the babies were going to last. So tonight was going to be a shorter video.
Yeah, and I don't think I have something specific for this video.
Okay. And we'll probably do the next video as I'll do my part on my channel and she'll do her part and we'll put them together or something like that because they're headed home tomorrow. And so we have to drive to Portland, but we have to do some work on the van first.
Yeah.
We don't have enough seats. Well, we have enough seats if we put another bench seat in, but we got to move seats around to get that all to happen.
I don't think I have to do laundry again really before we go, so that'll be nice.
And then Grandma is coming with us to Portland tomorrow, so that'll be fun. Yeah, you done with the video? He's like, I am done. I am ready for bed. So we will see you guys. Let us know if you have more questions because we are going to do at least one more part to this.
Yes.
And go check out her channel. She hasn't put up any videos recently because she's been traveling.
Yes.
But you can see what she's got for garden plans because here in Maine, we've got over a foot of snow on the ground. She's got seedlings in her house.
I've got tomatoes and broccoli and stuff like that that I need to get home and tend to. My sister-in-law watered them for me while I was gone. But yeah, I'm doing the garden ones, and then we have our trip video is going to be coming up when I get it edited. So.
And if you want to check us out, we're going to have videos of the babies interacting too. So they usually interact more than this. So anyway, we will see you guys next time on Herding Little Cows to the Glory of God. Bye.